Was a mother in E.T., and she got some stories to tell Evening's Barry Nolan. One of them has to do with the love life of E.T. I'm serious. One of the scenes that never made it into the film.
Visitors from all over came to Lowell, Massachusetts for a promotional event known as E.T. Days, some for the E.T. Lookalike Contest. Some to see the E.T. phone, or show off their E.T. buttons, E.T. t-shirts, E.T. jewelry, E.T. dolls, or to have their E.T. books signed by a bona fide E.T. lookalike. But everyone wanted to meet Dee Wallace, who plays Elliot's mom in the film E.T.
Well, which should I put down? To D from D? How about that?
Dee was there to talk to the kids and sign autographs and answer questions. The question most frequently asked, what was it like working with E.T.?
He was real to us. He really was. He was constructed so well, and we never saw the mechanisms working. See, they all came out from behind him. So when I acted with E.T., it was really like me talking to you. And they would run all his emotions, so I could respond to all his emotions. I mean, when he screamed, he really screamed when I was working with him. And it was strange, yeah. I mean, and we would play with him on the set all the time. Like, there was a bathtub scene that he was also in. And while we weren't rolling, the guys that were running E.T. would be doing things like, you know, and he'd be drowning in the bathtub. And the makeup man had to keep him spritzed down because his texture read better. And one day I was sitting in my makeup chair and he was spritzing and he said, could you have him turn his head a little bit? I mean, he did really become very real, and we played with him a lot, you know, and they kept him alive in between takes, so he really did become like part of the crew and the cast.
The film has been such an enormous success that everyone connected with it has prospered. Sales are up for BMX bikes like those used in the movie, for Reese's Pieces, for Speak and Spells, and Dee's career has entered a new plateau.
I'm not getting 15 offers a week, you know, like everybody always thinks you do. But it has now the projects that I really, really want to do, where they've always said, gosh, we'd really like to use Dee Wallace. We really think she's good, but she doesn't have a name. Well, now I do.
But do not think that 33-year-old Dee Wallace is an overnight success. This former high school teacher from Kansas started her acting career 8 years ago when she first moved to New York City and had an experience somewhat like E.T.'s.
Now, from Kansas to New York City by yourself is a big step, which never occurred to me I shouldn't do. The only problem I had was back in Kansas, we were still wearing very short miniskirts. I mean, we were like 2 years behind. So I would go down 41st Street and everybody, hi, baby, hey, how much? You know, and I'm going, why do they think why? You know?
8 years, 1 Broadway play, numerous TV shows, 400 commercials, 1 husband, and 1 E.T. later, Dee is still the same warm, genuine, down-to-earth individual who left Kansas to follow his star.
Our great Hollywood evening, folks, is to sit down with another couple and play aggravation.
The success of a film like E.T. is due to many things: masterful casting, the creation of E.T. himself, the storyline and direction, and something that's more than just technical excellence.
I think it's a combination, a metamorphosis, if you will, of what the public needed and what the film offered. I don't think without the great need that the American public had to re-experience love and trust and beauty and companionship, that the film would have been able to do what it's done. And I'm just really happy, most of all, more than the money, more than what I'm getting out of it. I'm happy to be a part of a film that's putting something that positive back into the world, because I think we all need it real badly right now.
It is a film which has something for almost everyone, and a film where everyone has a favorite scene.
When he's getting drunk and he bumps into the wall.
When he dressed up as a girl.
When E.T. was in with the stuffed animals.
I understand that one of your favorite scenes had to be cut from the film.
Well, there was sort of an undercurrent story which had to be taken out because it diffused the through line, you know, the gist of the story. But it was E.T. kind of had a love affair from afar for me, because I was the only big person in the house, and he sort of looked at me like this creature that he didn't know, you know. And there was one scene where I'm sleeping and he walks in and puts a Reese's Pieces on my pillow as a gift.
When the day came to an end, the folks were sad to see Dee leave. Just as they had been sad to watch E.T. leave, E.T. and Dee left behind a lot of new friends, and the folks in Lowell just hope they'll keep in touch.